Hello, folks. Our maxim on Enterprise TV is accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative. Welcome to Crosstalk. And today we look at something very peculiar. Squabble over national honor. Reps reject award on Senate President. Want same for number 4 citizen. Now, welcome once again to our verbal war on television. It's known as Crosstalk. Two opposing sides to a debate seek to impress us with its rigid stance on a subject matter. Today, we examine the avoidable squabble between two arms of the National Assembly over a national honor conferred by Mr. President on the Senate President. The news is that President Bola Tinubu, in his wisdom, conferred the national honor of Commander of the Federal Republic, CFR, on Senate President Godswill Akpabio. The House wants the same honor conferred on its Speaker, Tajuddin Abbas, arguing that both elected public officers were first among equals. This naturally provokes the redundant debate about who is superior, the Senate President or the Speaker of the House. Well, the Constitution of Nigeria has laid it bare. Quite apart from Mr. President and his vice, who are nominally the first and second citizens, the Senate President is the number 3 and the Speaker number 4. Now, are the two interchangeable? You know, in the case of a joint sitting, the Speaker fills in if the Senate President is unavoidably absent. Let's bring this home. So is the House Speaker equal to the Senate President? Shall we give life to the debate? Let's meet the combatants in no particular order. We meet and greet Emeka Madunagu, journalist, national affairs analyst. Emeka, welcome.
Hello, viewer. Thank you so much.
And to talk it out with him is Mr. Akin Fatunke, chartered accountant and political commentator. Mr. Fatunke, I welcome you too.
Thank you very much, Mr. John. Emeka, you're welcome.
Hello.
And I guess listeners and viewers, it's nice to be here.
Okay. Yeah, gentlemen, before we came on air, I talked about comparing Messi the footballer with Ronaldo the footballer. For me, if you ask me, there's no basis for comparison, for comparing both of them. Safe to say that both of them are God's gifts to the game of soccer and to humanity.
Yeah, well, it's all about what people, from what side of the elephant, of the hands of those who are assessing it.
What side of the elephant is the blind man?
Yeah,
blind man touching.
Yeah. So, well, people will tell you Ronaldo is better. Some others will tell you that Messi is better. It all depends on how they are viewing. It all depends on how they are assessing both players. So it's the same thing.
A question of perception.
Yes, perception. Perception is key. So it's it's also the same thing between the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Topic in focus. I mean, it's all about the unfortunate, the unfortunate love for grandeur, self-aggrandizement among our public officials. So you see them, jostling for attention. You see them, instead of talking about service to the people, instead of talking about self-sacrifice, instead of them immolating their egos, their appetites, their huge appetites, immolating them so that the greater good of the people can prevail. What do you see? They're talking about who is higher, who is more important, and all of that. And for the first time, the House of Representatives came out as one. The entire House of Representatives came out as one on one issue, without much debate and all of that. To say they are rejecting the honor on the Speaker. How are these guys?
No, on the Senate
I
president.
said, yes, that the speaker must be given the same honor. In other words, they were saying the honor given to the speaker was, beneath him. We have a plethora of problems in this nation. There's hunger, there's insecurity, petroleum products are expensive, food is, highly available. A lot of people cannot pay rent, they can't take care of their children. Homes are breaking up, marriages are breaking up. And these people are not invested and interested enough in the rights of the citizens, in the welfare of the people. All they're interested in is a title that cannot put food on the table of any Nigerian. Of course, to me, I feel it's just it's baseless. They have no basis to come out to say anything. They should take any title. We are not interested in titles. In fact, they even don't deserve any title. Whether it's the Senate president or the speaker, none of them deserves any title. Because for me, they are failures.
Okay. Akin is not speaking for you.
No.
Or easy.
Oh, no. Emeka cannot speak for me. And
concerning these things.
I am not even going to put on gloves here. I will only talk as a gentleman and I talk logic. Henry David Thoreau spoke poignantly as a philosopher that it is not what you look that matters.
Or what you see.
It is what eventually you see. And my friend has made it poignant that, okay, so what are we really quarreling about? There must be a reason why we have ethos and order of priority by the framers of the Constitution. So maybe if you want to change anything, then let's go to the Grand Rome and go and change that Constitution. But until then, I am one that want to be fair as much as I can. He started very well. He was talking about the blind men of Hindustan. Depending on what you touch, and so you can't say you are right.
Or for that matter, what you perceive.
Or say I'm wrong. I think it is procedurally and administratively wrong. And if we made a mistake, let's say we made a mistake and then let's recalibrate. If Mr. President, in your words, Cicely Jones, thought that he should give national honors, then he should have followed those ethos. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, the last time I checked, is the third in hierarchy.
No. He's the fourth citizen.
Is the fourth?
Yeah, fourth citizen.
Okay, I was thinking presidency to be one. Okay.
As a matter of fact, the deputy Senate president is under the speaker.
Now we go on before you get on to the Chief Justice. And if you decide that you are going to award the Chief Justice on same pedestal as what you have awarded the Senate president, and then you decided that you are now going to give the speaker something lower, it's not, again, it becomes unfair. It became unfair. Don't forget, since 1999, when we came back, there has been this toggle and just about hierarchy, about who is who. I think during Jonathan's time, especially going to Buhari, we now had a National Assembly that kind of...
I can remember in Jonathan's days, former President Jonathan was so named. What's the phrase now? Jonathan became president against the run of play, but the Constitution is straightforward on this.
Okay, so...
if number one quits, number two fills in.
They call it doctrine of necessity.
Doctrine of necessity.
And so, if that doctrine holds sway and holds true, why do you want to muddle the waters? It's either you do what is even and equal to all, or you don't do anything. But now that you have done it, I think the House of
Reps
have a point in saying, look,
What is good for the goose
is
good for the gander.
What is good for the chicken is also good for the fowl, for the guinea fowl, or maybe Nigerian fowl, or maybe European fowl. So that you don't just begin to, create problems where they should be none. And having said that, as we move on in the debates, I will also then want to come out and then can we begin to look at the persons and then take decisions whether persons that occupy this seat right here and now, it may not necessarily be a president, it deserves equal treatment as that of the Senate leader. I'm not aware, from what I've read, that the House of Representatives...
but Emeka had laid a foundation, that rather than moderate their appetite for these things,
yes,
they won't do that. They ignore what
Emeka laid was not a foundation in concrete. He laid a foundation with eggs that can be broken and can be fractured at any time.
Well, that's a view anyway, but the point is, it's all about service. Nobody goes into national office, because you want to wear a title like an agbada. No, that's where people get it wrong. How many honors as prime ministers of Britain? How many titles have they got? How many of them, were made one thing or the other?
Emeka, I agree with you. In the United States of America, the speaker is more influential than, because the vice president of America is also the president of the Senate.
Yes.
So, but here we have decided to enlarge the coast.
Yeah, and if you even look at it, if you look at the composition of the Senate, each senator has, each senator so pretends, well, if you permit that word, over a district that encompasses the constituencies of those in the House of Representatives.
The reason why I said
so the members of the House of Representatives are more like senior state lawmakers.
No.
Because all they just have is just a collection of...
How many people do we have as members of House of Reps? How many people do we have?
360 now.
How many people
you have the national spread? That is because of Nigeria.
So if you want to look at it from population, if you want to use population, if you want to take it from who reaches out to constituencies more, it's members of the House.
No, it is Senate, because why? You see, if we are talking about merit, actually, every state in the country shouldn't have the same number of senatorial districts.
Okay, so everything...
Because of impact, because of influence.
No, but might we go back a little? In the Second Republic,
there were 5.
But we had a fewer number of states. I think about 19.
19 states.
So,
yes, we have 19 states.
So
but if you look at it,
so if the whole thing has got rough from the foundation, we cannot get in 2024 and only to give national honors and then take a decision that we are going to start from the camp.
Are they even the question to ask is this?
My point is this:
do they even deserve those national honors? Okay. That is what X me.
Okay.
Do they deserve those national honors? You see, they should
more like asking, should there be honors in the first
place? I'm surprised that Tinubu is talking about honors in 2024.
I will take it different. Do we deserve the people?
Everybody knows the president. Whether I call him president or not.
Call him president.
Okay, you want me also to, when I talk about Akpabio as the Senate president, Godswill Akpabio.
Let me help you.
You see, that one doesn't put food on the table. And my own is that. It doesn't put food on my table. I don't even, that doesn't bother me. What I'm saying is that is what I'm saying is that people are disappointed. People are disillusioned. And people are squabbling over national honor. It is not, it's uncalled for.
If that is your logic, then therefore, do we even need to have this? All the assemblies, let's scrap the whole thing.
No, I'm not talking about scrapping. What I'm talking about is
all I am saying.
I'm not talking about essence. I'm talking about impact. Impact.
I'm even saying, let's go deeper. Then let's scrap the whole thing.
No, you don't have to scrap it You see, some of the members of the House of Representatives
You cannot operate.
they've actually
You cannot
they've actually given a good record of themselves.
As far as I'm concerned,
but you find out that there are some who are just
the lagoon is
they are
calm.
just sleeping.
The lagoon is calm.
If
The lagoon is calm, and then you just come in there and then take a particular portion of the lagoon.
If he had good advice, he won't even be talking of honor. Because look at the laws passed by these people. They have not made any impact on the people. As a matter of fact, if you even look at in the last more than 1 year that Tinubu as the president, look at the key things he has done. There have been true executive, what do I call it now? Those executive orders.
Yeah.
That is
More than true, more than true bills passed by the National Assembly. And so why would he look at the president is from APC, the vice president from APC, the
speaker
president from APC,
of the House of
Speaker of Reps is from APC, but the president still has to use executive orders. Why? Because it shows that the president is not truly, totally confident in their abilities.
A unique
He's not totally confident in their abilities.
A unique legislator.
Aki's standpoint is conferring honors is constitutional.
Yes.
So you should follow that
constitutional. But the constitution does not say you should confer honors on people because they occupy the position.
Just made a statement.
The constitution says confer honors on people who have been found exceptional.
Will allow me to tell you what Abbas Yusuf has done, and I want you to controverse that.
Tajuddin Abbas.
Now, yes, Tajuddin Abbas.
I'm not interested in what he has done. What I'm interested in is how has he put food on the table of Nigerians?
He has sponsored so many bills
that have done what? Because of drugs. So high. Many people can't go to hospitals. Many people can't buy drugs.
I will just give you one.
A lot of Nigerians are now taking a lot of Nigerians take Abo, and this are damaging their organs. Nigerians cannot afford food.
Emeka, but China has told us going back to nature is not wrong.
Kaduna, but you see, people it should be a choice.
Kaduna Polytechnic of that time is
now China has made alternative medicine. That's a science out of alternative medicine. But here, have we done that?
This man started as a teacher. He went through all the rungs. He went into accountancy. He's full of knowledge. So if you want to go, please, if you want to go there.
Tajuddin Abbas may have been whatever, but when he got into the House of Reps,
he can't
he lost him.
No. I just told you one thing.
He lost him. These are the same people who passed. These are the same people who passed the cybercrime amendment bill and came back and later realized that they passed this thing in error. There were some areas they didn't look at, and then because of public outcry they had to go back.
That was the National Assembly. So why do you want to then honor one and then leave the other?
I'm saying even say that both of them should not even get the other.
I am even saying we should not have National Assembly.
No, not that. The constitution says
we constitution.
But the thing is,
we have a constitution.
What I'm saying is that
if the constitution does not take you anywhere, let's review this constitution. It's not a matter of just you should not give me.
If he had asked of Nigeria, he wouldn't give any honor to anybody in public office.
Let's get to the root.
He wouldn't give any honor.
Let's get to the foundation.
They don't deserve it.
Putting a foundation to say,
especially the House of Representatives, they are even more 360 of why they should understand.
Will you give this CON to the
better than the Senate, but
that is less ragged?
Why we want to do that? Why we want to
cause confusion?
Nobody in public office should be given any honor at all. That is my contention. And so even
the constitution empowers Mr. President to do so.
But it doesn't tie his hands in doing so.
No,
the constitution says you can pass a yearly budget. But the constitution does not say sell Nigerians.
Did he tie his hand?
Sell Nigerians.
This one that October 1, did he tie his hand? I think it was an error. I think it was an error for him to have said GCON for Senate President, GCON for the Chief Justice. And then deputy House or House Speaker. No. You are already sending a signal.
And we don't. Yes, the signal is showing that this man this man doesn't deserve it. So let's just dash him something. Because if they felt that he was of any impact to them, they're in the same political party. If they felt that he was making any impact as speaker,
I thought you said
then they would have given him
I
the
thought you
same
said
thing.
no, that the president's hands will not have been tied. He's a human being.
No,
You could
it's
have
the
made an
advice.
error of judgment.
It's the advice he was giving.
If you make
No, for me, even none of them should even be giving as high as that. They should have even been giving the lowest.
I don't know. They should not give anybody. Let's go. Let's scatter the whole country.
What I feel is that
because we need development in this country.
This should be a wake-up call to the House of
If you are
Representatives
going to tinker,
that they are not living up to expectations. Nigerians are disappointed.
But hold on. Our collective experience is telling you and I, gentlemen, that former presidents in this country are given the GCFR honor.
Yes.
Former vice presidents, the GCON.
Yes.
It so.
It was also given to Mike Adenuga.
Yeah.
Mike Adenuga of
Okay.
Macarena was not in the National Assembly. We are talking about the National Assembly.
But the issue is that it should be the bigger honor. The bigger honor should be about service. The badge of honor should be about service, not about national honor. What I'm saying is this: this is even if he was given GCON, if he had a conscience, he should reject it. He should say, look, that I don't feel that this time I deserve this honor.
It's not for you to say.
After all,
are you his advisor?
He rejected his own honor.
Are you his advisor?
Zarifa Ahmed also rejected honor. There have been others who rejected honor.
Give it to him first.
No, it's not about
Give it to him first. That's what there's not going to reject.
The thing is about
you cannot appropriate that.
there is what we call good conscience. And in good conscience, these people know that they have not lived up to expectations. Look at the budget. We still have budget padding. One of them, Ningi, exposed it and he was punished. He was suspended. Look at the kinds of things they've been debating. Look at how serious our national agenda has become. That we have representatives.
Don't we have opposition?
They have representatives.
What did the opposition do?
All of them are far because all of them are disappointed.
The reason why I'm telling you democracy is not working.
The basic thing is that look at what they have they are discussing very dark black man versus Bobrisky in a time when fuel prices are going through the roof. In a time when we have issues of insecurity, so they are more interested in who paid who for staying in prison or not staying in prison. It only shows you that these people are not driven by any ideology other than just filling in the gap. They are not productive. All they are just doing is they are just there. Just come to work, hold sittings, whether the sittings are profitable to Nigeria,
SUVs,
just make sure that they meet that 141 days.
Democracy is factual. But why it is factual? Let's get back to the topic. The topic is Mr. President, in his own wisdom, decided that he was going to give A1 to somebody, A2 to another person, A3 to another person, and they're supposed to be of equal jurisdiction.
Is the president discretion?
Listen,
there is what is called discretion.
Then you are made a
prerogative.
Recognize that.
Who says it's a mistake?
It's a mistake.
Who says it's a mistake?
I think it's a mistake.
Who says it's a mistake? That is your opinion.
That is what the house is.
That's what your opinion. The presidency has not replied. The president has gone on vacation.
Okay, so
for 2 weeks.
That's why the house is saying it is wrong to have given the Senate president a national honor at a level and not give the speaker.
Yes, and Nigerians and then somebody, because I can call myself a people's advocate. Nigerians on the street are saying that none of them deserve the honor, that they are a big disappointment. Look at the things they are discussing. Look at the things they are not saying. They are not interested in who gets any honor. In fact, they should not even get any honor.
That is not the subject.
All of them should not get any honor.
I agree with you. We should.
And we should this fast. We can't start. But why we can't start democracy? Because why we are representative. If you want to be straight in a rough jacket, recognize the fact that you have a strong rough jacket.
You cannot scrap democratic practice here. Yes. It's been infused. So
yes, in the constitution, it is there. It is there. The constitution that is lying against itself. No, constitution. No. But you see, the National Assembly. The National Assembly by now, 25 years.
I wish we could talk about the 1999 Constitution as amended, even if contentious, if we practiced the thing to the letter and spirit, we won't be here.
Exactly what I'm saying. So if we practice it in letter and spirit, people will be more interested in how the lives of Nigerians can be made better, instead of what kind of honor they put on, what the color of the agbada. As far as what is where Bobrisky spend the night, or where very dark black man, whether he came with a Jiku man or not, they will be more interested in holding a polymer. For instance, okay, Aliko Dangote came out to say that an oil company had a blending plant in Malta. Up till today, the National Assembly, the House of Reps, I thought the House of Reps was telling to say, look, Dangote, come. You want to come. Others come. Let us cash out this matter. Even if you have a blending plant, why the blending plant not in Nigeria? Why is it not here? President to provide jobs. President to come on. It doesn't matter. Yes, let them do it to themselves. That pronouncement. You see, let them do it to themselves. Because they are just like, very sure. They are just like, no, I don't need to have. If you want to get it would have been clear. But the president ran away. It can still be clear. The president jumped on his plane and ran to UK. Live to fight another day. Let's not live long. I won't more than that. But the National Assembly said to Mr. President, the National Assembly have been at 5 years has been. We have been at peace with ourselves. Yes, we are different. This National Assembly equal. We have equal ranking. Don't come and they say they are equal. Don't come. They are not
but we have agreed there's no basis for comparing.
They are not of equal ranking at all.
We elected to have a bicameral legislature.
So with different levels. So you know what? You know they come to the house and give somebody. Now they are saying that they are now saying that they are not the lower chamber. Look, but for years they referred to as lower chamber, and they never said anything. They never said anything. I don't have 2 wives. Senator. Well, you can't say that because you don't have that information. Excuse me. I am futuristic because I know women are looking at you as we say. And some of them they should look away. Look at my ideas. If you decide to marry 3 wives, because I'm a comrade on the scale, I don't have money. And don't treat them equally. You are going to be in trouble. Number 1. Number 2. Has Nigeria treated children equally? Has Nigeria treated children equally? Look, we started with old national anthem, fatherland, and now we have jumped to the old one, fatherland. We don't even know which one. The other one. You think the other one will agree? No, we don't agree. No, you see what I'm saying. As far as I'm concerned, what I'm saying is that it is either the argument is misplaced. If the speaker is rejecting the honor or his colleagues,
no, he's not rejecting. They say
it will be elevated. They are pointing
that the speaker should also be honored.
Exactly. Yes, equally. For me, I would think the speaker should be more interested in what do Nigerians feel about this whole honor. Give it to him first. Nigerians are not interested. No, why should we think it's not for you to. Does it deserve it? Does it deserve it? Look, does it deserve it? What have they done to deserve any honor? What have they done? Does the Senate President deserve? What have they done to deserve any honor? Who are just coming to office? What have they done? What have they done to deserve any honor?
But remember, as Senate Speaker of the House, the current Chief of Staff rejected an honor.
Okay, yeah.
He did.
Okay.
In 2011.
Yes, if you remember. So that's what we're talking about. It's not going to put food on the table. Was Gbajabi Amila the one that was given just now? No. A president has been set. A president has been set. All I am saying. A president has been set, and is a worthy president. Right. Tajudeen Abbas, I will advise him. Excuse me. Just reject it. To just reject honor. I say, look, Mr. President, with due respect, sir, I don't think I deserve an honor at this time. Right of first refusal remains with him. Don't be. And then let him refuse. No, but he's representing. He's the speaker of a legislature that's representing Nigeria. So I have a right to tell him, Mr. Speaker, you don't need that honor. The best honor is the badge of honor from Nigeria. A legislator for the past 12 years consistently
That is a ranking. Remember.
It doesn't matter if it's a ranking. How ranking? The poverty in Nigeria has even outranked those in the National Assembly.
Okay, we didn't give.
So the thing is this: what they need to do, what Nigerians want, they look at the Sustainable Development Goals, the SDGs. Number one goal says end poverty. Okay. But you have not ended poverty. What you are doing is you are gathering
the SDG goals.
Nigerians don't
say equity. What has happened with what Mr. President has done?
Poverty.
We are not helped with
end poverty first. No, not ending equity with those who are eating 10 square meters.
Let me assert my authority here. If the producer says, let's begin to go back home.
Exactly.
So, Aki, you'll take the next 60 seconds. Take it home, if you like, from the top. 60 seconds, beginning now.
When you have world wars, even things that have gone in Ego, and people have been killed, we are already having one that we are seeing between Iran, the Hamas. You still have to come back to the table in a gentle manner and talk about it. So status quo ante either is retained or we make everything even. The House of Representatives are not in any way saying that they are equal or whatever it is. All they are just saying is that you have a peace situation. Don't come and throw a stone that you will not be able to. Somebody will come next time and then be looking down on the speaker. And that's all they are saying. Let equity and fairness in process and procedure come to being. If Mr. President has made a mistake, he's human. Let him either correct it or cancel it. Pure and simple.
All right, Emeka, how do you
mine is, I will take 60 seconds, I'll take 30 seconds. Look, there has been a precedent. Tajiri Abbas, follow that precedent. You don't deserve an honor right now. Whether it is whatever, you don't deserve an honor right now. Thank you.
All right. It's never in our character to declare a winner of this verbal war, but safe to say, we're giving life to the subject matter. The debate, let it continue in your part of town. Should the National Assembly, that's the Senate and the House of Reps, squabble over a national honor, which was given by Mr. President to the Senate President? Until the next time, let me say thank you to Mr. Aki Fatunke for your time.
I want to say thank you very much. And thank you very much, Emeka.
I hope you have not lost your cool.
No. I'm going to shake his hands because I have cap. He hasn't got cap. But he cannot now be telling me that whatever.
No, next time I'll wear a cap.
Emeka Madonago, many thanks for your time too. Your cool is still there.
Oh, very much. Always. That's why you can advise these people. Because we are not covered in agbada and those big caps.
All right. For Enterprise TV, the job is done. I am Citizen Jones Hussein. Bye-bye now. Thank you for your time. Enterprise TV, a tradition of truth.